Hi everyone, I'm Tarasha. Welcome to my channel. Let's talk about something that I should have made last year, or end of last year, but I wanted to make it right now because we're in the beginning of the year. And here is my thoughts of my favorite top 10 movies that I absolutely love. And we're also going to throw in my top 5 TV shows that I absolutely love for 2025. Let's do this. We're going to start off with movies first. Yeah, let's do that first. So I have my list here. These are movies that I've talked about throughout the year of last year. And some of these you guys are going to be like, okay, these are the ones that she's been talking about. So there's two live actions on my list, and that is Lilo and Stitch and How to Train Your Dragon. Now, both of these live actions, I feel like they were really good live actions. Lilo and Stitch was fantastic. I grew up with the animation. I love the animation, and they brought it out. They really did. It was something, I feel something different, telling basically almost the same story, almost exact the same story. Few people were missing here and there, but they are making a second one, and I can't wait to see what they do with the second one, because the little girl and just the whole cast, I believe, was amazing. Now, when you talk about How to Train Your Dragon, which I feel was amazing, was it like scene by scene? A little bit, but I feel like they could build on that, build on, because I feel like they're going to do a second one. I think it was announced that they're doing a second one, but I love everything about How to Train Your Dragon. And I will be talking more about How to Train Your Dragon because I recently rewatched it and I forgot to do a review on it. So I will be doing a review on that very, very soon. The next uh, the next movie will be K-pop Demon Hunters. You guys know that I've been talking about K-pop Demon Hunters so much. It's fantastic. By the way, Critic Choice Awards was literally the day before yesterday. They won Best Animation Film, and they also, I believe, Best Original Song for Golden, and or Best Song for Golden. I'm so proud of them because watching, and I will continue to say this, each thing about that movie, the comedy was on point. The funniness, the cheesiness was just on point. The characters, the music, everything was funny, great storytelling, I believe. And they are doing a second K-pop Demon Hunters. It's going to be a while from now, but I'm okay with that because I said this, but I don't want anything stick together and you give it to us. I don't want that. I want something that you take your time with and then share the stories with us and build on the characters that we have. You know, the thing with me is that when you have great character building and great world building and you're telling stories that we are just grasping and loving, we will stay there. We will stay there and listen to these stories and react to these stories and have a good time. And I feel like K-pop Demon Hunters, you're just having a good time. You have a good story to tell. You were singing the music. All that music's on my playlist, by the way. But love it. I love everything about K-pop Demon Hunters. And the award season, it just started. I feel like we're going to see more of them winning more awards. The next movie is Wake Up Dead Man. Now, Wake Up Dead Man stars Daniel Craig, Josh O'Connell, Carnold. For some reason, I can't say his last name right now. Kerry Washington, Jeremy Renner, Glenn Close. Cast is amazing. Story is amazing. I cannot say I cannot say more about this movie. The things that Daniel Craig says, his character says in this movie, and he just goes off and does his thing and stuff is amazing. Like I said, I'm a fan of mystery, and the Knives Out movies are just straight up just fantastic movies. You got mystery, you got fantastic characters. You have every time, because Daniel Craig has been in all three of these movies, his character just builds up, and I'm it's fantastic. And hopefully they do another one because um I the director was talking about that he want Meryl Streep, and I said I had four, well yeah four, which was Angela Bassett, Viola Davis, um, Cher, and Denzel Washington. I was like, I would love to see those four. I would love to see Meryl Streep in it too, because I feel like those actors and those actresses could bring it, because the whole cast from all of the first three movies that we've gotten are just brilliant actors, and it keeps on building and building, and I love that. Give us a four. Next one is Accountant 2. Now, I seen the first Accountant, love the first Accountant. Love the second one because they build more on the brothership between Ben Affleck's character and John Berthol's character. And the action in that movie is fantastic. The story is really good. They build on from the first one, and hopefully they do something with that. Hopefully they do a third one, because Ben Affleck in that role, he's really good in that role. The next one is Superman. Superman, James Gunn Superman. For me, I read comic books, right? And the oh, what's the word I'm thinking? I'm thinking it was vibrant. And I said this going into watching Superman, that everybody was talking about the suit. David Cole Sweat did a fantastic job as Clark Kent slash Superman. And everybody was talking about his suit, talking about, like, the underwear on top of the thing, and they haven't done that in a while. And I love the fact that they did that. And it kind of reminded me of Christopher Reeve's Superman, and that is the Superman I always go back to. I love Henry Cavill, and I love his Superman, but I was introduced to Christopher Reed's Superman first as a little kid. So I always go back to that. And like I said, David Coswett did a fantastic job. They are doing a sequel, which is Man of Tomorrow. And he already casted his Brainiac, which everybody knew, and I knew that that was going to be the next thing. And he was also talking more about Lex and Clark, and I feel like they're going to be sharing the screen a lot during Man of Tomorrow. Now we also got Supergirl coming out, which Millie Alcott is playing Kara, playing Supergirl, and it seems like we're going to see more. And the fact that this Supergirl's more rough around the edges. Now it's based on Woman of Tomorrow, which I do have the comic book and I have read it, and I think it's fantastic reading, by the way. And she's just a little bit more of a mess. We see more of Crypto, who I love, and the first scene that you see is Crypto peeing on a newspaper from the teaser that we got. So, like I said, it's a little. She's a little bit more rough around the edges. She was drunk. It's just more of we're seeing more of her, because we only seen like a scene of her towards the end. Spoilers. The end of her, like in Superman. So I cannot wait to see that, and I have a feeling that he is probably going to pop up somewhere through the movie. So can't wait to see that. Next one, let's talk more about superheroes. Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts. Going into Thunderbolts and knowing who was going to be in Thunderbolts, Florence Pugh blows me away all the time. Um, Sebastian Stan, everybody, Dave Harbor, yeah, Dave Harbor, everybody was fantastic. And these anti-heroes being a team and all the scenes in the story in particular was fantastic. For me, when it comes to movies, when it comes to Marvel movies, give me all of it. Give me fantastic scenes, fantastic action, fantastic story. And I feel like when I was putting this list together, the first movie on this list was Thunderbolts because it blew me away. With all the movies going up to Avengers Doomsday, and the fact that that's a separate video. I will be talking about that next. But going into that is it's going. I feel like it's going to be a fantastic ride. And for us to get Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, which that's also on my list, Fantastic Four, First Steps did a fantastic job for us to. They hit the ground running per se. We didn't get no back. We got a little bit of background, but it wasn't the whole entire movie. It was something that they were going into with Galactus, and the fact that Galactus wanted Franklin, and you see, um, they were already together. We Joseph Coyne did a fantastic job as Torch. His scenes and the fact that Mr. Incredible Reed did he wasn't really listening to Torch. He wasn't. He wasn't. He wasn't listening to. But he had great scenes. You know, he was in his own world and stuff like that. And I cannot wait to see where they're going to land into Avengers Doomsday because it's we're getting a lot of trailers right now. We really are. Like I said, I'll be talking about that in a different video. Next one will be weapons. Sorry about that. Next one is going to be weapons. Now, weapons for me, I was, to be honest, and I want to be completely truthful about this, I was going into this kind of blind. I didn't know anything. I seen a little snippet of the trailer, and that was it. And I was like, okay, let's watch this. So I watched it, blew my mind. The story, the kids being taken in the middle of the night. Josh Brolin did an amazing job. Um, Julie Gardner did amazing job. Just the story. When you have, and I say this a lot, and you're probably going to hear me say it a lot this year too, is the fact when you have good story, great actors, and they know what they're doing, and they know where the story's going and stuff like that, the movie's going to be really good because the the story, I was like, show me more. Hopefully they do like pre-sequels or a sequel or something. Because I need to see more of her name's Gladys. Yeah. I need to see more. Like something with her. Like her being a teenager going into adulthood. Something. More story about her. Because I believe the director, and I'll put his name right here, the fact that he's a fantastic director. He's directed a few other things and he's doing more, and I want to see more of his directing because I have a list of directors that I absolutely love, and I put him on my list this year because when I seen Weapons, I talked about it on different social medias, and I was like, I don't like horror like that. I've said that on here before. Horror is not my favorite genre, but if he going to continue making stuff like this, that changed my mind completely. The last movie we're going to be talking about, Sinners. Sinners. What can I say about Sinners? The fact that it's an original movie, the fact that the music, chef's kiss, visually, Ryan Coogler is an amazing visionary. Like his vision is just fantastic. The story was there. Michael B. Jordan, him playing twins. When I found out, because I was before Sinners came out, I was talking about, I do movie news, so I was talking about all the news that was coming out. When I found out that it was going to be, he was going to play twins, vampires were involved, um, where the time was, and it was just fantastic. And certain scenes in this movie scared the heck out of me. It really did. But when I was watching it, I was glued completely. The the vision of it, the cinematography of it is beautiful. Just beautiful. Because the Critic Choice Awards was the day before yesterday. And they won, I have it on here. They won. First of all, they got nominated 17 times for the Critics' Choice Awards, which is amazing. They won 4 awards the other day, and that's Best Original Score, amazing. Best Cast and Ensemble, duh. Best Original Screenplay, Best Young Actor slash Actress, which was Miles Cacklin. Hopefully, I said his last name. If I didn't, I'm so sorry. But Miles is the one with the guitar. His singing, when you hear his voice, it's amazing. Okay, that is my top 10 movies for 2025. Let's talk about my top 5 of movies that I absolutely loved last year. Now, top movies, top TV shows. Now, I have that list somewhere. Oh, here we go. Doo-doo-doo. Let's do this. I, I needed a drink break, a coffee break. So, top movie, TV show. I don't know why I keep on saying movies. Top TV shows, top 5 that I absolutely love. Daredevil Born Again. Now, I have been talking quite a bit about Daredevil Born Again. Now, I did watch the previous show, and everything about Daredevil Born Again and Kingpin and the way the darkness of the show was, and Punisher showing up was amazing. The story was amazing. He's mayor now and stuff like that. Now, they did get renewed for a second season. The fact that it is coming out in the next few months, probably, and the fact that we're going to see Jessica Jones again. We're going to see just different people. Now, I did say, it did come out that Punisher is getting his special presentation. So, and he is also, John Berthal is also going to be in Spider-Man Brave New Day. So, which is fantastic. The Pit. I have been talking about The Pit. The Pit is a show that it's a like a medical show, but it's like level 10. It's the stories, it's more engaging, and I love that. Noah Wiley, he's fantastic. You would know him from ER, which I want to say about 30 years ago. I want to say he's a I already knew he was a fantastic actor. I've seen him in other stuff, and the fact that he did win a Critic Choice Award the other day, he really did. His acting's amazing, and for him to come back and, well, it's not like he left or anything, but him to come back to like medical stuff and stuff like that. All the characters, all the acting, the writing is fantastic. And the more I watch this show, because it is coming out pretty soon, second season, and it takes place like 4th of July week or whatever, I can't imagine what stories we're going to see in the second season. The next show is Marvel Zombies. You know, I have to throw in some animation. And I watched it and I thought it was fantastic. Now this is going off of What If. And I thought What If was fantastic. Now What If has ended, but there was a specifically show What If Zombies, and they build off of that and made a little event out of Marvel Zombies, which was amazing. You see Ironheart, Kate Bishop, and Kamala Khan in their story and stuff like that. It's crazy, and I feel like people should watch it. And I also recommend a lot of animation when it comes to Marvel. Marvel animation, I believe, is fantastic. And I said this before, but I will say it again. Each Marvel project that's animation has different type of animation styles, which I am very happy about because we're not seeing the same animation in different projects. We're seeing different ones. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is has different animation than Marvel Zombies or What If. So I love that. And for them to continue with like X-Men 97, I have to bring that up. I love that, which the second season is coming out this year. So there's a lot going on when it comes to Marvel, and you guys know I'm going to keep you updated for that. The next show is Adolescence. All I'm going to say about that is the acting is great, the characters are fantastic, the story is fantastic. Find it, watch it, and comment down below and tell me. Because when I watched it, I didn't know anything about this show. I was looking, I think it was like, and usually I don't run out of shows because I watch anything, right? And I was like, okay, let me scroll, let me see. Found it, watched it, not of like 2 days, I want to say. Loved it. The just the height of it and everything else in this, the boy. Oh my goodness. Just watch it. Watch fantastic. I think they won a few awards last night. The day before yesterday too for the Critic Choice Awards. Paradise. I got into this show first and then everybody in my family got into it. Because I usually tell my family what shows I'm watching, depending. Because I don't gatekeep. I don't. I don't gatekeep. If I find a good show, I'm going to tell y'all and my family. Going to tell. I'm not going to sit up here and gatekeep and say, oh, I'm not going to tell you what I'm watching. No, I'm the type of person to tell you, okay, this is what I'm watching. Here, here, here. This is where you can find it. Paradise. Most of the time, I was trying. Most of the time, I was trying to figure out. You know, it was apocalyptic. I know I said that wrong. Like a bunch of stuff. Now they have gotten renewed for a second season. I can't wait till that come out because everything about this show. Now you guys know I like twists and turns, and you don't know what's going on. I like shows like that. I like movies like that too because I like to kind of figure it out for myself or try to figure it out for myself. Maybe that's why I love mystery so much. Because I love a good mystery. I love a good thriller. And if you want twists and turns and you trying to figure out what this person's doing, I feel like Paradise is it. I really do. To my understanding, it's based on books. I did not know that when I was watching it. Did not know that. But that's my top five TV shows that I absolutely love from last year. I feel like there was a lot of TV shows that did come out last year, and most of them I did watch, but I feel like these five are just solid good ones. You have great characters, you have great world character building, excuse me. And for me, you guys know I love superheroes, I love mystery, I love animation, and for my that five that represents what I love. So, and I love thrillers and stuff like that, but I also like a good drama. Give me like, I'm okay with a good basic drama that has some really good stuff. There's a TV show. I was going to put it on this list. It was called, I believe it was called The Girlfriend. I'm just going to recommend it to you guys. Girlfriend, okay? Go and find it, watch it. You guys tell me what you guys think about it because I thought that show was crazy. Crazy and good. Like, I was laying in bed just watching it and just like, what? It was fantastic. You guys have a great, beautiful day. And over here, we talk about the things that we love. And I hope you guys are having a good new year. Bye.